How were you able to convince the Hollywood studio executives and chiefs to invest or to partner with you in the process of making big IMAX motion pictures?
I think we didn't really know what we were getting into in terms of the ease to make it more of a commercial platform rather than an institutional platform, because we had a chicken and egg problem. We had this institutional network, not commercial theaters. And so how do you go to Hollywood and say, make commercial films to show at museums and science centers? And that was a real challenge. What we did eventually was we figured out how to suck the cost out of the system, out of the whole IMAX system. So the cost of an IMAX theater when we got involved with the company, including the building, was about $5 million. And the cost of making an IMAX film was about $8 million. And in the early 2000s, we figured out how to dramatically lower the cost by being able to retrofit it into an existing theater on the theater side. And then on the film side, we figured out how to take Hollywood films and convert them into IMAX using proprietary algorithms that we had worked on and we had written for over a long period of time. So fast forward to 2008, when we converted from film to digital, and there's a lot of steps in between. But one IMAX film print at one theater used to cost an average of $30,000. So if it was 3D, it would cost $40,000. So in a digital world right now, we engineered a digital projection system, and all that was done here in Mississauga. And we engineered different ways to deliver the content. So now the thing that used to cost $30,000 costs $150 to watch one film at one theater. And these projectors, which used to be the size of a Volkswagen, are basically a hard drive. They're relatively small. So that was on the technology side. You could use an existing building and put it in. So whereas I said it used to cost, and then we changed the business model, where we gave them the equipment rather than sold it to them for $2 million. So what used to cost them $5 million was free. They took an existing auditorium, they retrofit it, we gave them the system, it cost them nothing to get into the business. And then on the other side, on the film side, with these algorithms and with technology, we could take a film and for about $1 million, the cost is still coming down a little bit, we could turn any Hollywood film into an IMAX film, which means upraising it, suppressing the grain, sharpening the edges. So this whole thing, $10 million films went to $1 million, and they didn't have to star creatures, they could star real people. And on the other hand, these theaters, which were $5 million with the building, were basically free. So by enabling, through technology, both the theater side to happen and the film side to happen, we were able to take a cut of both sides of it. Right? A piece from the studios and a piece from the exhibitors, because we were putting up the capital and building the brand and facilitating it. And for all of them, what was even better was the audience would pay a higher price. So not only wasn't it coming out of their pockets, it was a win-win because the consumer was getting a better experience and paying more.